My girlfriend insisted, "If you truly loved me, you'd clear my student loans." I responded, "Let's review the documents." Then I hired a forensic accountant. The loans were actually for her ex-boyfriend's car, and what I did next made her rue the day. I, a 31-year-old man, was lounging on the couch last Thursday night, skimming work emails, when my girlfriend, Lauren, 29, sat beside me with that look. You know, the one signaling a bombshell. We'd been together nearly 3 years, cohabiting in my condo for the last 18 months. Things seemed solid, I thought. We split groceries, she paid utilities, I covered the mortgage, fairly standard. "Babe, we need to discuss our future," she said, taking my hand. I set my phone aside. "Yeah? What's on your mind?" She took a deep breath. "I've been reflecting. If we're serious about a life together, we need to address my student loans. They're holding us back from marriage, a bigger home, kids, reasonable, I thought. We'd discussed her loans before. She mentioned about $35,000 from her master's program. Not great, but doable. "Okay," I said. "What's the strategy? Consolidation? Refinancing?" She gripped my hand tighter. "Actually, if you really loved me, you'd pay them off. You earn well, and it'd prove you're committed to our future." Record scratch moment. I'm in cybersecurity, pulling $95,000 a year. Decent, but $35,000 isn't chump change. "Lauren, that's a lot. Can we look at the paperwork together, figure out the best plan?" Her expression shifted from sweet to defensive. "Why do you need paperwork? Don't you trust me?" "It's not about trust. It's about understanding the debt. Interest rates, terms, that matters." She stood, arms crossed. "This is exactly what Mia predicted. You claim you love me, but when it's time to prove it, you get all analytical." Mia, her best friend, twice divorced, thinks all men are garbage. Great. Lauren, wanting paperwork for a $35,000 decision isn't odd. It's responsible. "If you loved me, you wouldn't need documents," she shouted. "Evan would have done it without questions." Evan, her ex she claims she's over, but mentions every fight. The guy who allegedly shattered her heart 2 years before we met. "I'm not Evan," I said calmly. "If you want my help, I need to see the loans." "That's fair." She stormed to the bedroom, slammed the door. Typical. I sat there, uneasy. Something was off. Lately, she'd been cagey about money, requesting cash for vague emergencies, receiving packages she called returns, but never sent back. Next morning, she acted like nothing happened, made breakfast, kissed me goodbye for work. But the feeling lingered. So I did something maybe I shouldn't have. I hired a forensic accountant, recommended by a friend from a messy divorce. Cost $1,500 up front, but he specialized in financial investigations. I gave him Lauren's name, her school, rough dates, and said she claimed $35,000 in student loans. 3 days later, he called me at work. "Mr. Carter, you might want to brace yourself. Update 1. Holy crap. The accountant, Nathan, laid it all out, and I'm still reeling. Lauren does have student loans, $8,700 with minimum payments for years, barely denting the balance. But here's the bombshell. A $26,000 car loan for a Porsche 911 taken out 4 years ago. The borrower, Lauren Hayes. The registered owner, Evan Walsh, her ex. She's been paying $540 monthly for his car for 4 years. Nathan dug deeper. The loan started 2 months before she says they split. She's the sole borrower, no cosigner. The car's registration was renewed twice, still in Evan's name. Insurance records show 2 claims. Minor crashes, both his fault. It gets worse. Those emergency cash requests? Nathan traced a pattern. Every month around the 15th, she'd withdraw $500 to $600. The car payment hits on the 20th. She's been using my money to cover Evan's car. I felt nauseous, left work early. When I got home, Lauren was there with Mia, sipping wine, giggling over Mia's phone. They stopped when they saw me. "You're home early," Lauren said, nervous. "We need to talk." Alone, Mia rolled her eyes. "Whatever you need to say, you can say in front of me. No, this is private." Lauren nodded, and Mia left, glaring. I sat, pulled out Nathan's report. "I know about the Porsche, Lauren." Her face went pale, then flushed. Tears started. "You spied on me." "How dare you? You asked for $35,000 and lied about it. You've been paying for Evan's car for 4 years with my money." "It's not like that," she sobbed. "He manipulated me, said he'd tank my credit if I didn't help. You had a choice. You could have told me the truth. You wouldn't have understood. You're too practical. Evan gets you emotionally?" She froze. Present tense? Caught. "We're just friends." I showed her a screenshot Nathan found. Evan's Instagram last week, the Porsche in the background, captioned, "Shout out to my forever wing woman for keeping me cruising. You know who you are. You're his wing woman?" She grabbed for my phone. I pulled back. "That's not, he doesn't mean—" "Lauren, stop. You've been paying for your ex's car while living in my condo, eating food I buy, taking my money for his payments, then tried to trick me into clearing the whole debt." "I love you," she wailed. "Evan means nothing." "Then why pay for his car?" Because, she couldn't finish. "You need to leave. Pack, stay with Mia. We're done. You can't kick me out. I have rights. I've lived here 18 months. You're not on the lease. You're a guest who's overstayed. Get out." She called me controlling, heartless, stingy. Mia arrived 20 minutes later, acting like Lauren was escaping abuse. They loaded Mia's car with Lauren's stuff. As they left, Lauren turned back. "Evan was right about you. You're cold. Evan can pay for his own car now. See how right he is. Update 2, 5 days since I ended it, and Lauren's entitlement went into overdrive. Day 1, 73 texts from, 'I'm sorry, please talk to,' 'You're a controlling loser who'll die alone,' blocked her number. Day 2, she emailed my work account. It flagged them as spam, but I saw subject lines. 'Urgent, relationship crisis. You're making a huge mistake. Evan never treated me like this.' Forwarded them to my personal email for records, then blocked her. Day 3, a text from an unknown number, Evan. 'Yo, dude, we gotta talk.' 'No, we don't. Whatever Lauren said about the car, it's not what you think.' She didn't tell me. I found out. 'Enjoy your last free Porsche payment.' 'Bro, you don't get it. She owes me that car.' I laughed. 'Owes you? For what?' 'For emotional damage. I was there for her tough times and, Evan, I don't care. She's not my problem, so you're definitely not.' Click. Day 4. Lauren showed up at my office. Security escorted her out after she claimed to be my fiancée delivering lunch. When they called to verify, I said I didn't know her. She screamed in the lobby about me financially abusing her and stealing her future. My boss pulled me aside. I explained briefly. He suggested a restraining order. Day 5, the big one. My mom called, 'Ethan, what did you do to that girl?' Lauren found my mom's Instagram and sent a long message claiming I promised marriage, then abandoned her, leaving her homeless and broke, manipulating her for years, forcing her to pay for everything while I hoarded cash. She included fake text screenshots where I'm saying awful things, convincing, except the timestamps were off, and she misspelled my last name in the contact. I spent 2 hours showing Mom the real evidence. She was furious. At Lauren. The nerve of that girl, using her ex to scam you and turning me against my son. Last night, my credit monitoring app pinged. Someone tried opening a credit card with my SSN. Guess who had my SSN from helping with tax forms? I called the card company. Their fraud team canceled it. I froze my credit. This morning, an email from Mia, not Lauren. Subject: fix this. Body: Lauren's staying with me and can't pay her share because you cut her off suddenly. If you had any integrity, you'd give her enough to recover. She's facing bankruptcy over the car. Evan's threatening to sue if she stops paying. This is your fault for not helping her initially. A real man would handle his woman's issues without question. She's pursuing palimony since you were basically common law married. My cousin's a lawyer and says she has a case. Do the right thing before this escalates. I sent it to my friend, a lawyer, who replied, LOL, common law marriage isn't recognized here. Let them try. Mia made a mistake. She used her work email, complete with her name, title, and HR role at a bank. Threatening baseless legal action via company email? I forwarded it to her company's ethics hotline. Then I had Nathan dig into Evan. He's a mess. 2 other car loans in collections, evicted from 3 apartments in 5 years, a small claims case for $4,000 from an ex-roommate. I sent Lauren a neat package with the subject, Your wingman is crashing. Good luck. I also called the Porsche dealership, explained the situation. Their finance manager said, if she defaults and it's repossessed, we'd love to know the car's location. Guess whose address I have? Update 3. 2 weeks later, the fallout is perfection. They got what they deserved. First, Mia. Her company took her email seriously. Using work resources for legal threats? Major violation. She's suspended pending investigation, likely getting fired, per a mutual friend at her bank. She claimed her account was hacked by Lauren, which worsened things, lying to investigators. Her lawyer cousin? A legal assistant who threw her under the bus when the bank's legal team called about palimony. Now, Evan. Lauren freaked after my email about his debts, confronting him. He accused me of fabricating it, claiming I was jealous of their bond. She bought it until the repo team showed up at his place at 6 a.m. last Tuesday. Lauren missed the car payment, first time in 4 years. The loan was already high risk from late payments she covered with fees. One miss triggered repo. Evan called her, raging, while she was at Mia's. Mia was at work, unaware of her suspension. He demanded she bring cash to stop the repo. She rushed over with $1,200 she'd scraped, partly money she'd hidden in our condo and forgot to take. She arrived as the Porsche was loaded onto the truck. The repo guy said she could pay $1,740, past due plus $350 repo fees at their office. She didn't have enough. Evan went ballistic, screaming at her in front of the repo team and neighbors, calling her useless, pathetic, saying she ruined his life. Per 3 neighbors' videos, he yelled, "You couldn't even keep your cash cow boyfriend paying for my car. What good are you?" She finally saw it. She was just his ATM. The videos hit social media, tagged Gold Digger Exposed by Bigger Gold Digger, going locally viral. Their reputations are trashed. But there's more. The credit card fraud attempt? I filed a police report. The detective found Lauren has a prior warning for the same thing with an ex 5 years ago. He didn't press charges, just wanted her gone. I'm pressing charges. They also found her student loans, $8,700, have been in default for 3 years, never disclosed to me, now $14,000 with penalties. Her credit's ruined. Yesterday, Lauren's mom, Diane, called. "Is this Ethan?" "Yes." "I'm so sorry for my daughter." I saw the videos. We raised her better. We talked for an hour. Diane said Lauren's been running this scam since college, using 3 boyfriends to fund Evan's lifestyle. Diane and her husband cut her off 2 years ago when they learned. Evan's been manipulating her since high school. This isn't her first vehicle for him. There was a dirt bike, stolen, likely sold. Diane offered to repay anything Lauren took. I declined, but appreciated it. She said Lauren's in therapy or she's fully cut off. This morning, Lauren emailed from a new account. Not an apology, but subject. Hope you're satisfied. Body. You've destroyed everything. Evan won't speak to me. Mia's getting fired because of your petty email. I'm homeless, Carlos. And my parents think I'm a crook. All because you couldn't trust me and help with the loans like a normal boyfriend. I'm moving back home to work at my dad's feed store. My life's ruined. Happy? I replied, Your ex's car loan was never my issue. Neither are you blocked her. Final update. 3 months later, here's the closure. Lauren moved home, per Diane, who checks in to ensure I'm okay. Kind woman. Lauren's working at the feed store in court-mandated therapy as part of a plea deal for identity theft. 18 months probation, $500 restitution for my credit monitoring. Evan, without his free Porsche, couldn't keep up his successful facade. He's couch surfing, pitching business ventures to new girlfriends. Good luck. Mia got fired, sued her company for wrongful termination, and lost. She's in retail now, tweeting about disloyal friends and snakes, likely meaning Lauren, who blamed her in the investigation. The Porsche was auctioned. Lauren still owes $12,000 on the loan, plus $14,000 in student loans. Her credit's toast for years. I'm doing great, dating someone new from a budgeting workshop I joined post-drama. She thinks the story's wild, but respects how I handled it. We joke our first date won't involve loan documents. Kept Nathan's contact. He sends me a holiday card, calling me his most fun case. Lesson learned. If someone says love means skipping paperwork, sprint away with your credit report. Oh, and last week, Evan tried connecting on LinkedIn. Hey man, no bad blood about that mess. Starting a new project. Need investors. Interested? The nerve. Ignored him. Some people never change. Edit. Yes, I kept all evidence. My lawyer says I'm fully protected. No regrets. The $1,500 for Nathan was the best investment ever.